God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My dear child, listen to me until the end. I know every thought that passes through your heart, even those you've never had the courage to admit to yourself. I know the times when you smiled on the outside while inside there was a painful silence. I am the one who sustains you when your strength seems to run out, when emotional exhaustion visits you and hope feels distant. Don't be deceived into thinking you're alone on this journey. Every tear you shed was seen by me, every sigh of pain was collected in my hands. Are you seeking a deep spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour over you daily. It all starts with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take towards this journey not only benefits you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Don't wait any longer to start this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and begin your path towards a fuller and more abundant life. I call you today to remind you that there is purpose even in gray days and that nothing you are living through is in vain. I have something new for your story, something your eyes haven't seen and your heart hasn't fully understood. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. New paths are emerging, opportunities you never imagined are being prepared. I am the God who turns deserts into gardens and writes new beginnings where the world only sees endings. Don't give up now, because what I am preparing will exceed your expectations. I am with you. Comment, I trust God for healing and peace. I have been present in every one of those nights when you silently stared at the ceiling with a heavy heart, trying to understand the reason for a void that seems endless. I saw every tear you swallowed, every forced smile, every time you said, "I'm fine," when deep down you weren't. I heard the dialogues you kept only inside your mind, the outbursts that never had the courage to leave your lips. No, you are not lost. You are in a process, a path where often the noise of life tries to drown out my voice. But today, with all my love, I choose to call you by name again. You are not just another person in the crowd. You are my beloved child. And as I once promised you, I remain faithful to my word, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. There is no confusion in my purpose for you, only promises of a future full of hope. I know, my child, that there is a battle inside you. You try to be strong for everyone, try to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders while inside you feel like you're about to collapse. You have demanded so much from yourself, placing pressures on yourself that no one else sees. But let me remind you of something essential. You were not created to fight alone. In the midst of your pain, I continue to extend my hand. As it is written, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. Yes, my child, I have cared for you in every detail, even when you didn't notice. I have sustained you in the sleepless nights of anguish, I have given you breath when you thought you couldn't get out of bed. Don't feel weak for needing help. What you call weakness, I see as an invitation to my strength. Understand that the rest you so desperately seek is not in carrying the burden alone, but in learning to lay it at my feet. Comment, I cast my anxieties upon the Lord because I know He cares for me. My child, I know the emotional exhaustion you feel, that weariness that isn't physical but drains your soul day after day. I saw when you tried to fill the void with distractions, achievements, with what the world applauds, but none of it quenched the thirst of your heart. I saw you seeking in people what only I can give you. That's why today I say to you, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and listen to me. I am the God who speaks in the silence, who visits broken hearts, and who turns tears into seeds of hope. As the psalmist declared, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. Don't be ashamed of your pain. It is not a sign of defeat but proof that your heart still feels, still hopes, and still desires a new beginning. You don't need to seek me only in big moments, in extraordinary miracles, or in supernatural experiences. I am in the details, in the small things of your daily life. I am in that unexpected conversation that brought you relief, in that song that played exactly when you needed an answer, in that message that seemed written just for you. I am the one who colors the sky at sunset, who sends the gentle breeze when you're tired, who hugs you through a friend's smile. I am in everything, my child. But now, I desire something deeper. I want you to truly know me, not just by hearsay. I want a real and intimate relationship with you. I want our story to be marked by daily encounters, by sincere conversations, by moments when you allow yourself to be completely you, without filters, without fear, without reservations. Comment, I choose to notice God in the simple details of my life. My child, I know that inside you there is fear. Maybe you think you need to be holier, stronger, or more prepared to come close to me. Maybe you think your failures, your sins, and your falls have distanced you too much. But listen to me, my invitation is for now, exactly as you are. I don't want you to come only when you feel worthy. I want you to come while you're still wounded, confused, tired. I love your humanity. I even love the parts you try to hide from yourself. Remember what my son Jesus said, it is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. Mark chapter 2 verse 17. That's why I'm here, as the doctor of your soul, ready to treat every wound, to care for every hurt that life has left. I don't reject you. I embrace you. Did you know there is an effective method to attract more financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It was something that greatly impacted my life, and we would like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That is why it is important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you want to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can find out how this technique can help you on your journey as well. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We are very grateful for your trust and support. I know there are marks that time has not erased yet. Scars from bad choices, harsh words you heard, promises that were broken. I know sometimes when you close your eyes, it feels like reliving every pain as if it were today. But allow me to tell you, Your past is not greater than the future I have prepared for you. I am an expert at writing new stories. Every tear that fell from your eyes, I have collected. Every silent cry for help you gave, I heard. That is why today I declare with all the authority of heaven, behold, I am making all things new. Revelation chapter 21 verse 5. There is no wound so deep that my love cannot heal. There is no mistake so serious that my grace cannot redeem. And even if you think it is too late, know that for me it never is. Comment, God has the power to make all things new in my life. I want you to understand, my dear child, that even the hardest days carry a purpose when you allow me to lead every step of your life. I know that many times your heart is tired, your mind full of doubts, and the weight of circumstances seems to crush you. But today, I am here to remind you that the peace I offer you is not fragile like the one the world tries to sell, based on appearances, results, or fleeting moments. My peace is deep, constant, and true, able to reach the most hidden places of your soul and transform despair into renewed hope. I don't want to just comfort you for a moment, but to sustain you every day, in your smiles and tears, in your victories and struggles. As it is written in my word, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. John chapter 14 verse 27. So come to me. Bring your worries, your fears, your pain, and everything you have tried to carry alone for so long. I am the one who lightens burdens, who dries tears, and who transforms chaos into a new beginning full of hope. Comment, I receive the true peace that only God can give me. At this very moment, as you hear these words, know that it is not by chance, but a meeting carefully planned by my eternal love. I have been silently watching you, accompanying every hidden tear, every forced smile, and every night you questioned the meaning of everything. Today, once again, I am here calling you with the same tenderness as always, with the same promise of restoration and new life. It doesn't matter how many times you have drifted away or how many times you have felt unworthy to return, my invitation still stands. Come back to me. Bring your fears, your guilt, your uncertainties, and even that part of you that no longer believes. I am an expert in new beginnings, in transforming scenes of pain into testimonies of victory, in making hope bloom where there was only discouragement. Remember what is written, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. My child, don't let this moment pass, don't delay what could be the start of a new story. I am here, arms open, waiting for you, ready to envelop you with a love that heals, renews, and transforms. I know every tear you hid, every thought of giving up that crossed your mind on days when the weight seemed unbearable. I know the times you questioned your worth, when you believed the mistakes of your past were greater than any promise of the future. But today I want to remind you, you were never defined by your failures. When I look at you, I don't see your falls, I see the potential I myself put inside your being. Just as I did with so many before you, like Moses who said he couldn't speak, like Gideon who saw himself as small before challenges, like Peter who denied me in a moment of fear, I still see in you someone capable of living a story of transformation. Remember what is written, the Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love. Psalm 145 verse 8. What separates you from the abundant life I have prepared for you are not your mistakes, but your willingness to rise up and take the first step toward my grace. My child, it is natural that fear tries to paralyze you, that doubt whispers in your ear that you are not enough, that maybe it is too late or that all of this is just an emotional illusion. But I assure you, my voice would never lead you into deception. My voice always brings peace, always brings life, always brings freedom. I did not come to imprison you in a cycle of guilt but to free you from all the invisible chains that have tried to keep you away from the purpose I created you for. Many of the dreams that today seem buried inside you are still alive in my eyes. I have not forgotten them. They are just waiting for the right moment to bloom again. And that moment begins now, not with great deeds or displays of strength, but with a simple surrender of the heart. As it is written, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Allow yourself to be relieved. Allow yourself to be loved unconditionally. I do not seek perfection in you, nor a journey without challenges, but a heart that is open, willing to surrender to the transformation that only my love can accomplish. The transformation I desire for you is not a superficial change, but a deep renewal, one that reaches from the smallest attitudes to the grandest decisions. I know that many times your soul feels weary, your mind confused, and the weight of the past seems overwhelming. Yet, know that nothing you carry is greater than the power I have to restore and renew. I do not ask you to have everything figured out before seeking me, but rather to have the courage to let go of old burdens so that I can lead you to a life of freedom and fullness. The journey I invite you to walk is not a road without curves, nor a smooth path. It is a course where every step, even the hardest ones, is accompanied by my constant presence. In every moment of weakness, when your strength seems exhausted, I will be your support. When doubt threatens to extinguish the light in your heart, I will be the flame that lights your way. Imagine a trail before you, lined with green, lively trees, with sunlight filtering through their leaves and illuminating the ground, such as the walk with me, full of hope and beauty, even amidst storms. Do not let the fear of the unknown paralyze your steps, for what lies ahead is far greater than any difficulty you have ever faced. The key to this new chapter is not in your abilities, but in your willingness to trust my grace, which never fails. The process of transformation that begins in your heart is gentle yet powerful. It does not come like a storm, but like a breeze that passes through every corner of your soul, touching thoughts, emotions, and stored memories. Just as spring awakens the dormant earth, revealing the beauty of small shoots breaking through the soil, so too will your inner being be awakened by my grace. The pains of the past, the mistakes and limiting beliefs that imprisoned you, will not be exposed for you to feel shame, but so you can finally recognize, accept, and release what no longer serves you. This is a journey of courage because it demands you look within and face what you may have tried to avoid for a long time. Do not fear, for at every moment I will be by your side, holding your hand and offering strength to keep going. Just as a seed must fall into the dark soil and surrender to the process of decay in order to sprout and grow, so too will you go through moments when you feel lost in darkness and uncertainty. It is natural for there to be phases where the old must break so the new can bloom. You may feel like you are moving backward or stuck in a place with no way out, but these feelings are part of the renewal process. I remind you that what once sustained you may no longer be useful, and clinging to the past can delay your freedom. Learn to let go, my child. Letting go is not a sign of weakness but of wisdom. Trust that I am guiding every step you take and that the future I prepare is infinitely better than all you have ever dreamed. There will be days when you feel that nothing is happening, when progress seems invisible and your soul stagnant. At other times, it may even seem like you are retreating, but do not lose heart. Just as a young tree needs time to deepen its roots before growing tall, your spiritual growth requires patience and persistence. The periods of silence and apparent stillness are essential for the transformation to be lasting and true. Do not judge yourself by the speed of your steps but by your faithfulness in continuing forward, even when everything seems difficult. Remember, true transformation is not instantaneous but happens day by day, step by step, with love and grace. I know that opening your heart is not easy. The wounds of the past have created protective layers around you, which for a long time were necessary to keep you standing, to shield you from suffering. But the time has come to, little by little, let those layers fall away so that you can breathe the fresh air I desire to bring into your existence. Imagine a dry and cracked field after a harsh winter. The surface is hardened, but beneath the earth, rivers continue to flow. With the first rains of spring, the soil begins to soften and shoots start to emerge. Such is the work I want to do in you. The parts of your soul that seemed barren, the buried feelings, and the forgotten dreams will begin to be reborn, but for this to happen, you need to release control and resistance. Do not be afraid. I did not come to bring more pain, but to heal, restore, and renew every part of you. There will be difficult moments, days when you will feel lost, when the old values no longer serve you and the new ones are still unclear. These are times of transition, as essential as the cocoon is to the butterfly, which cannot yet fly but is no longer a crawling caterpillar. Have patience and trust, for even when nothing seems visible, I will be working silently within you. Do not forget the image of the seed buried in the soil. It does not sprout immediately into a leafy tree. First, it must endure the darkness so that its shell can break and the inner life can emerge. This is a truth for your spiritual journey. You do not need to rush the process nor compare yourself with others who seem to advance faster. Each person has their own time, their own season to grow. I know exactly the pace you need to develop fully, and no moment of your journey will be lost or wasted. There will be days when doubts arise. Am I really changing? Why do I still feel weakness, anger, sadness, or doubt? Do not be deceived by these passing emotions. True transformation does not mean total absence of weakness, but the ability to return to me quickly and sincerely, trusting in my strength and grace with every fall. This is the proof of a heart that matures, that learns to depend on me instead of carrying the weight of the world alone. Inside you, my child, there are deep layers of false beliefs that perhaps even you do not realize, negative judgments planted by others, wounds and scars that have marked your mind and soul. But know that I am not afraid of these shadows. I came to reach the depths of your pains, to replace every lie with the truth of my eternal love. I know you better than you know yourself and accept you exactly as you are, with your fragilities and potential. Trust me to cleanse what needs healing, to open what is closed, to free what is still bound. Do not be afraid to hand me your past, your pains, and your fears. I am here to transform them into strength, hope, and abundant life. No tear, no sigh of pain is wasted in my eyes. Each one is part of the building of who you are becoming, and I rejoice in every small step you take. Finally, my child, I want you to know that this journey is not solitary. I walk beside you, not as a distant guide or a distant presence, but as a faithful companion who celebrates every small victory of yours and deeply understands every difficulty you face. Even when you feel lost or weary, know that I am there, steady, holding your hand and offering strength when yours fails. When you finally open your heart to me, a new cycle of life will begin, not guided by your own limited strength, but by my unshakable, eternal power full of grace. The life that awaits you is far richer, far more meaningful than you can imagine now, because it will be filled with hope that never runs dry, love that never fails, and a purpose that gives meaning to every step you take. Do not hesitate any longer before the invitation that stands before you. The door is open, and I invite you to walk through it with faith and courage. Come, surrender completely, allow me to transform your entire being so that you may live the fullness for which you were created. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.